Hello, this is Kaveh. I'm a consulting systems engineer with CloudPost Networks. Today, I will show you some of the security features built into our platform. Let's go ahead and log in. Okay, let's go to the security dashboard. CloudPost provides a comprehensive list of security intelligence around your IoT and medical devices. You can share the data with your SIEM tools like Splunk to do further data mining and analysis. You can also use the data here in this tool. What you see here on the top section is the attack kill chain. So starting with vulnerabilities and infections, going into any internal communication, external communication, and any command and control going on. Let's take a look at some of these. So under vulnerabilities, I want to show you the password vulnerabilities. So we have a password cracking tool that can attempt to log into your security cameras or IoT devices. So here are two devices that we've been able to successfully crack the password. CloudPost integrates with your VA tools like Rapid7, Tenable, or Qualys to get known vulnerabilities from those systems. We also use OpenVAS, which is an open source tool, to do our own vulnerability scans. You can see a list of vulnerabilities by clicking on this software vulnerability link. So here's a summary of issues that we've detected, things like TLS errors or OpenSSL vulnerabilities. CloudPost has a built-in IDS. We're using Cisco Snort. We also subscribe to emerging threat feeds, webroot for bad URL, and we have a machine learning-based flow analysis to detect anomalies. Okay, let me show you some of these capabilities. Under internal communications, we have different categories like behavior violations, which has been picked up by the machine learning. We also have the IDS picking up 16 recon events. I can click on each and get a detailed list. So this is an example of a TCP port sweep or a port scan. You can see the peer ID and how many devices have been affected by that event. Under external communications, we can detect things like bad URLs or if IoT devices are going to bad phishing websites. We get this data for all the IoT devices by integrating with webroot, which is a threat intelligence service that we subscribe to. So here you can see some of the examples of these malware sites, how many devices going there, and the actual URL of the site on the right. So the CloudPost platform analyzes all of these data points and assigns a risk score to the IoT devices. This risk gets calculated based on the vulnerabilities we just covered, the threats, any active threats, indicators of compromise, and the CVSS scores for these vulnerabilities. So you can see on the dashboard here, we have 4 devices with critical risk, some devices with high risk, medium risk, and normal devices. Let's take a look at the critical risk devices. So here we have a security camera, a bunch of medical devices, and a workstation. Let's take a look. For the security camera, it looks like we have been able to crack the password twice. Once on port 80 and then on port 21. So this is something that we need to investigate and maybe change the password on the camera. Another example is this medical device. Looks like the IDS has picked up a WannaCry vulnerability, which is pretty serious, and there's an external communication happening with this IP address. So something that we maybe want to think about microsegmenting or blocking or letting the incident response team know right away. The other data point that we use to calculate risk is industry-known vulnerabilities and manufacturer recalls. So some examples, we use FDA recall, MD Viper. We can also read in MDS2 forums or tie into ICS cert. Let me show you an example. So here I'll go ahead and search for devices that have known vulnerabilities. We have 3 devices. Let's take a look at this Philips medical device. I can get details about the known vulnerabilities by clicking on this bug icon. So it looks like Philips has issued a recall for this specific device because of an electrical issue. There's also a link to the FDA website on this page that you can get more information about the recall. things like the model number, the device picture, and how to remediate the issue. Just to summarize, you could use the CloudPost platform to get a better understanding of security events and posture of IoT devices in your network. You could use our UI to investigate and do threat hunting, or you could send all of this data to Splunk or any other SIEM tool. We also assign a risk score to IoT devices, and this is based on multiple dimensions. It could be external threat feeds that we get, the IoT's behavior and activity on the network, or any kind of known manufacturer recall or industry known vulnerabilities. Some of these vulnerabilities are not easy to patch or update or remediate. So the solution there might be a microsegmentation policy, either applied directly on the switches where it is plugged in or using some of your NAC tools. Thank you for watching this video. Please visit our website for more information and other training videos.